I am here today in Sprint Vector with Katiedead, and she
Hello.
is one of the top competitors in the Sprint Vector VR League competition that is going on for season 2. How you doing today, Katie?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. I really appreciate it. I was looking at the standings right before I came in here, and it looks like you are currently ranked number 2, correct?
That's correct.
That is awesome. Congratulations on that. When did you start playing Sprint Vector?
Release. I started playing it when it was officially released. I didn't do anything pre-release like a lot of the other top players did.
Yeah, that's great. So did you have your Rift before that and just hadn't done competitive games, or when did you start doing VR?
I had my Rift before that. I had it for about 6 months, maybe a little bit longer before that. Competitive wise, this is the first time I've ever done anything actually competitive in like tournament style like this.
Right, that's awesome. Now, have you played other games like flat games, or did you just start out with VR like me? Because I never did any other kind of games before this, but I
I've
absolutely love VR.
When I was 5 years old,
We're going
so my
okay.
first ex yeah, well, 23 years ago when I was 5 years old, um, I I started off with Super Mario 3 on the Nintendo Entertainment System, so I've been playing games for quite a while,
That's great.
and just seeing how it's been progressing and, up to this point, so, I'm talking to a shark right now. It's amazing.
Yes, I'm the hammer. I decided this is going to be my interview persona for Sprint Vector.
Well, from what I understand, it was never actually said that it was going to be there.
Right.
This is some chat that was going on between the other Sprint Vector players, but I personally have no idea.
Yeah, I didn't think they actually officially ever said that, but I really hope that they will feature that game there because it would be awesome to see you guys doing your motions and being able to see how that goes translates to your actual game on the screen. So that would be cool. It
Right.
would be really cool to see you guys compete on the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I personally really like this game and I like Survios as a company, so I really want them to have more of a spotlight and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you happen to see that interview I did with Andrew Abedian?
Yes, that was excellent, honestly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job. He's so nice. He was a really nice guy. We
You better stay back there.
When I first started VR and when someone first waved at me like that, I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so cool. Someone actually waved at me," and it was like, uh, I I had the thought that VR games would be a little bit more it would put a little bit more humanity back into
right.
online experiences, because you're actually talking to sharks and stuff.
Right.
But I, that I guess that presence doesn't translate as well as I had thought.
Well, I think
So
it
I've
does. I still hold out that hope because I really think there's a whole group of people who recognize that this is way more, quote, human, as you say, than anything we've ever had before. But I think the problem is the mindset of it's the internet, people can do what they want, hasn't caught up with the fact that if we really truly want to see VR as virtual reality, as real worlds, then we have to expect people to act kind of like decent human beings. And they say, well, but it is the internet. And so you just need to get over it. And I say, listen, here's the thing. If I go to the grocery store and I'm standing in line, I'm going to expect some sort of basic decency that you're not going to walk over and start, trying to grab my breast or doing other things until people recognize that virtual reality truly is going to be another reality where we do feel real and it's as if we're really here talking to each other and we really truly do expect some common decency and respect. Those people are going to ruin it for the people who do expect that. And maybe these people are just so disrespectful in real life that they don't care.
maybe, but I really don't think that because I feel like they have to function a little bit outside of VR, you know.
I guess
maybe they don't.
hopefully those people will start catching on and it'll start translating over. But I think that
Hopefully.
your hope for humanity being made better, I think, is a good thing. In the game, I don't get as mad at the trolls as I do at my friends who sit there and watch them and don't say or do anything. And I'm like,
Right.
they've been trying to stick a bat up my crotch now for 5 minutes. Could you please say something or record them and report them?
I usually do say something if I see something like that, like I'll see someone and I'll say, how much money you spend to be a pervert, you know?
Yeah.
But that usually shuts them up or makes them stop, or they just keep doing it. And I've gotten my fair share of nasty messages over stuff like that, but
Yeah. Well,
honestly, there's not much that we can do sometimes other than just try and get people to think differently, and that's really hard to do.
yeah. I do think it's happening though, Katie. Like I think, and I really honestly think I've seen more people who've begun to send me messages now or say things that reflect the idea that, wow, virtual reality is truly so amazing that we need to really be thinking about this. How would we really treat somebody in real life? If you can't go up to somebody in a public place and do these things to them, maybe we shouldn't be doing that to them in a public place in VR. If they want to go off in private and do that, that's their business. I don't care. I don't try to impose my morals on others. But when it comes to doing it in a public place where I and others want to enjoy the public environment, then that is my business. And so I think it's pretty cool, though. I've seen a lot of people who are beginning to say, you're right. If we are going to have healthcare or education or shopping, things like that in VR, then you can't do that and enjoy those situations or those environments or those virtual worlds if you've got people there nonstop ruining it for you. And so
Right.
I think that if we really want virtual reality as a whole to be successful, it has to start with the mindset we take in these games, because this is where we're starting.
One thing that you can do in virtual reality that you can't do in real life is on that menu that I had showed you before.
Yeah.
There's also like a little eye icon, so you can make their icon or their player character disappear. You can mute them, stuff like that.
In
And I
sprint
know
vector.
that's yeah,
That's
in
good.
Sprint Vector, and I've had to do that 1 or 2 times, but not often.
Yeah, that's great. I know. I think I have a reputation for reporting people. I, honest to goodness, don't report people that much, but they think I do because I'm always just like, look, I will. I definitely will report you if you don't stop. But
Right.
I like the games that have the bubbles, or not really bubbles. I really personally don't prefer bubbles. I like the invisible issues, or where you can, report or whatever if somebody's doing something real bad. I don't like the bubble just because for me, part of the wonderful thing about virtual reality is the fact that I can reach out my hand and we can touch hands if we want, or pat each other on the head or whatever, and that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons it's so amazing. But we have to be decent people and trusting each other that we're going to do that and be appropriate with it. And
Right.
so, yeah, I think the bubbles may be good. Like if I had a kid that I was putting in VR, I would probably do that just for safety's sake. But I don't know that I would have a child in VR without me being another
If
headset anyway.
if I was to put a kid in VR, I would mute everybody and make everyone invisible
Everybody invisible. That's great.
because they need to be protected from the internet as long as possible. I have an experience that stands out in my mind with a kid in VR. I was playing Dead and Buried. It's the sort of Wild West game where you've got the gun
Yes,
and
yes, I
you
love
can do
that.
like standoffs and stuff like that. And this kid gets on, and his character is like all scrunched up and down like this here.
Like a
You know,
child, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And he's got this really high pitched squeaky voice, and he's not saying anything bad. I don't think he really talked much other than it was just like happy that he was playing this
Yeah.
crazy game where he's in the Wild West. But uh, a lot of the other players, it was they would face off against him and they would pull their gun out and they would intentionally miss and stuff. And
That's good.
so there is, yeah, there's a little bit of humanity there for you.
Absolutely. And that's a good thing. That's a good experience to have people out there. And I know a lot of the guys that I'm friends with in Echo Arena, man, they're great guys. And I see them teaching people and mentoring and showing people new tricks and bringing them into matches. I came in yesterday, and some of the people that I taught, I see them sometimes now. They're in the lobby with like level 1s or 2s or whatever, and they'll be showing them around. And so that's what I love
Paying it
about
forward.
VR. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's right there what it's about. It shows how it can pass on. I tell people, it passes on to every new generation when you do that. If you start out being a jerk and you show people that this is about how bad of a troll you can be, that's what's going to pass on. If you come in and show people kindness and welcome them and hospitality and teach them how to play the games better, that's what's going to pass on.
Definitely.
So it's pretty cool. All right. Well, I'm glad we came back in and added that. That's really important. That discussion will be ongoing. That's not just going to be us. That's the discussion right there that's going to be continuing with VR as we progress, because we need to make a decision about how this technology is used. Are we going to use this to all be horrible human beings and isolate ourselves and see how awful we can be to each other on the internet?
Right, and I want to say that that's definitely not just a gendered issue. We
For
can be
sure.
jerks to men, and I've got my fair share of like bad messages from girls as well. So
Yeah, I'm really glad you said that. And I totally agree. And most trolling takes place to guys or toward guys because it's mostly guys in VR. And I think it's
right,
worse for females just because for some reason some people hear the female voice and like they literally lose their mind. But but you're right. We're not trying to say it's only toward girls. The issue isn't a gender issue. It's just some people are
right.
jerks issue.
Only the best survive.
Who do you feel right now is your biggest competition?
In North America, I would say Kaz, definitely. He actually won first place in every single race in the last cup we had.
Wow. So yes,
So he
Friday's Cup.
yeah, he came out with 80 points.
Wow, that's great.
So I would say he's the biggest competition.
As long as we get the ratings.
Whenever it was released, I got it that week, and I was completely garbage at the game, but I kept trying, and eventually now I'm number 2 in North America, apparently.
Absolutely, that's awesome. So, what did you do to go from being complete garbage to being number 2 in the nation? And what would you recommend to other players who want to be a top competitor in Sprint Vector?
I would say just play the game and practice and learn the maps. Above anything else, learn the maps. When I was first
Learn the
playing,
maps. Okay.
people were getting times that I was like, that's not possible. You can't do that going this way. And then I started seeing little shortcuts here and there, and I'm like, oh, so you can actually go this way and you don't have to go around this big bend, or there's a bunch of boosts over here that you can hit.
Yeah,
And
that's
there's a
great.
lot more tiny nuances to it. There's the jump boosting, the ledge boosting, and more advanced techniques. But there's also like if you look up there at those blue things, those boosts,
Yes.
jumping into those will make you go further. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's great.
This game, unfortunately, with VR being such a small player base, this game has suffered a little bit in quick matches. It's kind of hard to find somebody sometimes, certain times of the day especially. I would say go into quick matches more and try and build the player base back up.
Right.
And hopefully with more players you can practice more against people rather than the AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, beasts and monsters. Survios, the moment you have all been waiting for is finally upon us. Welcome one and all to the Sprint Vector Championship.
So I actually, because I don't have the other controller, I don't have braking and I don't have flight.
Here we go!
This map, starting off, has two paths that are, you can see the two ramps on either side. So you've got one over here and you've got one over here. So, starting off, you can go either way. So getting up speed, coming up here, you can jump over to these platforms, which I'll do right now.
Okay.
Right. And this avoids all of the slime and stuff. Lore-wise, this map is on a planet called All Good, Planet All Good.
Okay, and can I get up there from down here?
From down there, know that your best bet, if you went this way, would be either to just keep going forward to get one of those power-ups.
Okay.
Or jump
Can I
over
jump
here.
over that? Let me see
Yeah.
if I can get over there.
So you got to get up speed and then come down and
Oh
jump.
dear! Of course, of course, I fell into the sludge. Hold on, let me see here. I think I keep turning myself around. Oh look, but I got up here. This is good.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know
a
how I
little
keep
further-
turning myself backwards.
Oh, so pushing your control stick down will cause you to turn around.
Oh, well, yeah, I do that a lot.
Right. So from here, you can go up. And then there's a power up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
And then the big benefit from going either way, see, the way I was going over there, Rift came out over there. So then you come across onto these shipping containers.
Okay.
And then you get that boost.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I actually got that.
Right. So now...
Sorry. Sorry, I'm really bad at
Oh,
this.
that's fine.
It's
That's fine.
because I just realized the controls are almost exactly opposite of what I'm using in Ocarina. So like when I press the joystick, I go faster. When I press the joystick in here, it's getting me turned around.
All right. So there is an option to disable that.
Yeah, and I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck down here. This is why
So from here,
I didn't play, because I can't jump.
So if you come around here, you can just walk around it.
Okay. Oh, you're cracking me up. You're like, I give up on this lady. Okay.
So,
oh, yeah, I can get up there. There we go.
Yeah, so this is an easy ramp. Go up. If you jump at the top of it.
How did you tell me to jump?
Well,
what'd you say I do to jump? I'm supposed to pull something?
So pretend like you're throwing a tomato at the floor.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so come up here, hold your A button, and just let go.
Okay, let me see which
like
one's
you're
A.
Throwing it down.
Which one's A? My bottom one?
It's,
I think so.
Yeah, it's your bottom one.
Oh, okay. So I do both sides. Ah, that's why I'm not jumping. I thought I was pulling my triggers. No wonder I kept doing it wrong. Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, this could be better.
Yeah, so you don't have to do both. You can do one, you can do two, but you have two jumps that you can do. So you can do that, and you can jump again in the air.
You're good at jumping. The lesson here is know what your controls are before you try to race the number 2 in North America.
So there's a power-up right over there, and the quickest way around any corner is hugging the inside of it.
Okay.
So that pipe right over there is your best bet here.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I'm almost there. Yes, this is good. I'm not getting there as smoothly as you.
I don't want to pressure you, but we only have 7 minutes.
Okay.
At the 7-minute mark, the map ends and no one
Okay.
wins.
Okay, I'm really trying. I'm dying
Okay.
here.
All right. That's fine.
This
Being
is
down here is
very
fine.
bad.
So normally coming this way, you would go over these pipes here,
Yes,
but conveniently the
since
map
I'm-
designer
yeah.
was very kind and put some spots over here.
Why
So you
am
do
I
have to
not
duck
going?
here.
Oh, I'm not decking, that's why.
Yeah.
Yes, this is why I told you I had to stop playing. I'm very bad.
All right. So now a really easy part, you just fall here.
Okay, just fall. I can do that.
All right. And there is a grip stream here, so you can do that too.
That was like a
All right,
slide.
great.
That was fun. Oh no! I'm getting in the sludge. Come on,
That's
don't do
fine.
that. Don't do that.
Now that you're down there, you might see a grip stream right here
Okay.
that I'm on and fighting
Oh, I
right
see.
now.
Okay, let me get over there.
Because it does pull me. You might have
Okay.
to duck
Oh
or
yeah,
come
that's the
around.
problem. I'm having. Ah, good grief.
So
I'm
now
just.
you gotta.
I'm gonna die again. I'm
That's
really
okay.
bad at this. No, it's not okay. You're nice. I'm getting irritated with myself.
No, you don't have to go down this way. That's
No, I'm not. I made it
a
up
little
here.
bit harder to pull off, and a lot of times I can't even get that.
Okay, yeah, I'm above now.
But the
Ah,
next
shoot,
best
shoot.
thing is to come down here.
Okay. She's down there.
With a...
Come on. Go, go, go. All right, I'm back.
All right. So there's a bit of a secret way here. Now, again, I don't want to pressure you, but we have 1
Yes.
minute.
Okay, you go. Take off. Take off. Okay. I think I'm.
All right.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, you just keep going. I'll catch up.
Okay.
I
Sure.
think that this type of video, the learning how to do this better, should be filmed by someone who can actually keep up with you and not
Okay.
die every 30 seconds or 10 seconds, probably.
Well, hopefully it made for some good footage.
Oh my goodness, now I'm stuck again. Let's see here. I don't even see where she is. She's so far ahead of me. I'm like really horrible at this. Ah!
Well,
It showed my
good
little hand
news.
die. You
Good
finished the
news,
race.
You have 10 seconds.
All right, let's see here. Yes, I know I'm really bad child, daughter in the background watching me play this. Okay, now I don't even know which direction I'm going here. Let's see, the arrows go that way.
Well, now we're in the winner circle because we're both
okay.
winners here.
Did I win? I died? I don't even... Oh, I see you over there. Okay, hold on. Yes!
We're both winners. You tied with me, so now you can say that you tied with the number 2.
Oh, yes. I'm going to say that. Then the video will tell the real story.
Right.
That's really horrible. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I am all about self-deprecating humor.
Yeah,
so-
I'm seriously worse at that than I even expected.
Now,
Oh, that was awful. Well, I appreciate your patience and taking the time to show me how to try to die less effectively and,
well, if anything, you left this knowing how to jump.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I can jump now.
Homie, this is my day.